Yep, yep. What's going on, beautiful people, man? All right, give me just a second, man. I'm just getting this Instagram going. Hey, my beautiful people, man. Good afternoon or good evening, just depending on where you are. We're broadcasting live tonight on Instagram, Facebook, and also YouTube. Does anybody want to guess what I'm gonna be talking about? I mean, anyone have any guess what I might be talking about? If you know brother ERGJ, then you know I'm gonna be talking about money. That's pretty much all I talk about. Okay, money. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be talking about tonight. And I'm actually just gonna be sharing a few things with you guys. We'll have a little game that we'll play. We'll have some conversation about some concepts. It's just really philosophy, and your money, your financial philosophy, it's so important. What you think about money, how you feel about money, and then also as it translates to what kind of money that you make and how you spend money. All this stuff is kind of related. And what I found is that as I have matured, psychologically, as I've matured emotionally, as I've matured in this particular area as it relates to money, there has been some phenomenal things that have happened. Some people call it seasoned, some people call it veteran, some people call it sage. There's been some wonderful things that have happened, and as I was talking to one of my OGs today, he kind of broke it down to me. I'm gonna break it down to you today. Well, guys, this is the New Black Wall Street. This is our special presentation on Money Talks. That's right, Money Talks with ERGJ. And I hope that you guys, we're going to talk about money. I hope that you would, just take some time to invite some people who might need to have this conversation, right? It's not too many places you're going to have conversations about money. Most people are scared to talk about it, right? But we don't have to be scared to talk about it. We can talk about it freely and level up financially. And so that's what we'll do tonight. So about 10 minutes in, about 7:15, we'll start our money game. So somebody remind me at 7:15 because I might just get to talking and I forget. And I want to give away a free gift tonight. Okay, I want to give something away. I want to give something away to the person who deserves it the most, whoever that is, whoever wins. So we'll have a little money game, give something away from ERGJ Black Bazaar. Just my gift to you for showing up, for hitting that share button, for inviting people. Hey, listen, here's what I want to do. At the end of the day, here is what I want to do. I want to help Black folk get out of debt, and I want to help Black folk get rich. That is my main priority. That's what I focus on all day long. What can I do to put other people in position to get out of debt? What can I do to put other people in position to get rich? Now, here's the deal. Just because I want it for you doesn't mean that you want it for you. That's what I notice the difference is. Just because I want you to be out of debt doesn't mean that you want to be out of debt. Just because I want you to be rich does not mean that you want to be rich. And just because you say that you want it doesn't mean that you'll do what's necessary to get it, to acquire it, to have it, whatever the case may be. But I want you to be out of debt. I want to help you get out of debt. I want you to be rich. I want to help you to get rich. But I can't make you. Just like God said, you got free will, you got choice. You can decide what you want. And matter of fact, I would venture to say that in this thing called life, you get out of it that what you want. I'm telling you right now that many of you guys are living the life that you always wanted. You might not be living the life that you dreamed of, but you're living the life that you wanted because this is what you created. You created it with your habits. You created it with your discipline or lack thereof. You created with the decision that you made. You have created the life that you are currently living. Wherever that is. Bad eating habits, all these different habits, they have accumulated into the manifestation of this thing that we call life. And here's the wonderful, beautiful thing. We can change it anytime we want. You got the power to change. You got the power to choose. Everybody put it down, so I got the power. Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. Time to get this show on the road. The New Black Wall Street Money Talks with ERGJ, Mr. DJ. Hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on New Black Wall Street special presentation of Money Talks with ERGJ. That's right, I'm ERGJ, and I like to talk about money. Hey, man, I wanted to ask you guys to hit the like button, the share button if you care, hit the heart button if you're on Instagram, hit the follow button, subscribe button if you're on YouTube, like and share if you care. That's right, I got the power. Man, I am ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That book there is a study of Black wealth. That book there is a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. Now, of course, that book there is available for you guys by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. That's right, theblackbillionairesclub.com. You can pick up the book, the hard copy. You can pick up the book in the ebook, and it's also available in French for our brothers and sisters in the diaspora in ebook and also audiobook as well. So go ahead and go to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. That's right, theblackbillionairesclub.com, and pick up your copy today. Well, also, guys, today's episode is being sponsored by ERGJ Black Bazaar. That's right, ERGJ Black Bazaar is the Afrocentric marketplace where we specialize in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art-inspired gifts. You can get some pretty cool stuff at ERGJ Black Bazaar. Simply go to the website at www.ergjblackbazaar.com, www.ergjblackbazaar.com, and when you get there, guys, go ahead and check out the new arrivals. There you'll find some pretty cool stuff that just came out. You can start there, of course. You can go through all of the different tabs. You can start there, man. Hey, we guys want you to remember here at ERGJ Black Bazaar that if once you shop Black, you never go back. That's right. Once you shop Black, just taste and see that Black is good. That's right, man. Once you shop Black, you never go back. ERGJBlackBazaar.com. That's right, ERGJBlackBazaar.com. Y'all know the holidays coming up. The question is, are you going to shop Black for the holidays? Are you going to shop Black for the holidays? All right, man, still got 7:07, got a little time. So I want to just really get into some talking today, guys. Money Talks with ERGJ. First, I want to start by just saying thank you so much for tuning in. How's your day so far? It's a terrific Tuesday. That's right. It's Territory Takeover Tuesday. It's Territory Takeover Tuesday. Everybody putting also hashtag takeover. So right now, I want you to think about the industry that you're in. I want you to think about the dream or your goals, whatever it is that you want to do. And I want you to start thinking about this thing as an industry, as a territory. And it's time for you to take over. And if that's the case, in whatever space that is, right, you got to ask yourself, okay, what are the big dogs doing that I'm not doing? What do I need to do to catch up? And then what do I need to do to take over? See, first you got to figure out what they are doing that you're not doing. Then you got to figure out what it is that you're willing to do that they're not willing to do. That's how you get the takeover status, by the way. Let me say that again for the people in the back. I'm going to give away free game today because I know most people simply ain't going to buy it anyway. They ain't got enough money to pay attention. That's just what it is. First, you got to figure out what it is that they're doing that you're not doing so you can catch up, right? Then you got to figure out what it is that you're willing to do that they're not willing to do so you can take over. See, that's something that the big dogs are simply not willing to do. And the things that they're not willing to do that you are willing to do put you in position to take over. Give you an example. There's one story that I love to talk about all the time. The story of this company called Blockbuster. And Blockbuster at the time, back in the early 90s, they were the top dog in the video rental space. And then there was a little company that we know now today is Netflix that came up. And, they started to do what the big dogs were doing, the rental space. And then they began to catch up. And then they were willing to do what the big dogs were not willing to do, i.e. take the stuff home, i.e. live stream, i.e. do some innovative stuff. And the big dogs were willing to do it. Well, my question to you is, where the hell is Blockbuster right now? And where is Netflix? See, Netflix understood what I'm talking about right now, which is Territory Takeover Tuesday. First, I learn what the big dogs are doing. I just do what they do so I can have what they have. Then I start to figure out what I am willing to do, my competitive advantage, that they are unwilling to do, and then I take over. See, it's two simple things that if you just take time to think about, you can kind of figure it out for yourself in whatever industry that you're in, because everything is always evolving, changing, getting better, making it more efficient. Is that not true? And so when it comes to this thing called life, business, money, whatever you want to call, you either choose to evolve, stay current with the times, or be ahead of the times, or you become extinct. And I want you guys, I want to see all you guys, I want to make sure all you guys are Netflix people and not Blockbuster people. I mean, Blockbuster had their time, but that was used to. That was back in the day. They ain't here no more. Or they may be here, they may still be here, but they definitely not relevant in my life when I think of the rental space and videos. That makes sense. First, you figure out what it is that the big dogs are doing that you're not doing, and you start doing that so you can catch up. Then you figure out what you are willing to do that they are unwilling to do, bring value to the marketplace, then you can begin to take over. Before you can take over, you must first catch up. Everybody put that in the comments below. I must first catch up. Before you can start thinking about taking over, first let's get to ground zero. First, let's get to a place where at least we have caught up. Because we might just be a little bit behind. Because they got more resources than you do. Are they able to get things quicker, faster than you are? That makes sense. Now, was it 7-Eleven? Oh, man, it's 7-Eleven. Got 4 more minutes before we have our money game. So, guys, I really want to talk to you guys tonight, man, because I asked a question earlier today, and I'm going to do this question after the money game, but I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about my day. I also want to hear from you guys as well, because we do have an opportunity for those who are bold enough. You can come on, jump on in there and have a money talk with ERGJ. So there's anybody out there, you're saying, you know what? I want to have a money talk with ERGJ, and this is a great opportunity. I've been wanting to talk to this brother, whatever the case may be. Well, I'm just putting that thing down there, YouTube or Instagram. You guys can jump on into the stream and join us and have a money talk with ERGJ. Just might change your life. You just never know. I've been known to help people get rich, by the way. I've been known to help people get out of debt. I've been known to help people think straight when it comes to this thing called money. And I want to tell you that most people simply are scared. They're scared. They scared of this thing called money. I'm telling you, it's like, wow. It's really, you know what I find it to be? I find the fear to be in our vocabulary. That's what I find it to be. It says power, life, and death is in the tongue. Ask yourself, when you talk, when you discuss, when you have conversations about money, what really is coming out of your mouth? And you might say, well, I didn't mean it. Well, hey, it don't matter about whether you meant it or not. You said it. And when you say it, it gets power behind it. The power, life, and death is in the tongue. So we must, conscious folk, woke folk, for real folk, they are aware. They're conscious of what they say, what comes out. Because what comes out of your mouth actually is a seed into the universe. And that seed could germinate. Now, every seed that you sow, how many guys know if you're a farmer and you throw seed onto the ground, every seed does not necessarily get planted. Every seed doesn't make it deep into the soil. Every seed does not necessarily get a good ground, not a good foundation. And every seed does not necessarily bring forth a crop. That's why you got to throw a whole bunch of seed out there. But your words are seeds. Everybody putting comments on my words are seeds. Your words have power. And so here's some things that people say, not even recognizing that they're saying it. And they really, because of their words, because of their vocabulary, they are actually operating this thing we call self-sabotage. They are killing themselves. No one has to do it. They're doing it themselves. It's simply because, number one, they get living in fear. Number two, they just simply don't believe. Number three, they are unaware of the things that are coming out of their mouth. So I met a brother today as I was making a delivery. He met up with me. He wanted to buy something from me. I got that money. And then he started asking me what I do and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, this is what I do, man. If you want to do it, no problem. I'll help you out. We get it started. Because at this point in time in my life, guys, where I'm at, it don't even matter. I'm telling you, it don't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because I can give all this stuff away for free at this point, and still people won't do nothing with it. And I just found it don't even matter. I mean, now some people charging $5,000, $4,000, $3,000 to get people to come and then spend their money and then get this information, go home with a T-shirt, go home with the cassette tape, go home with the CD, and they still ain't doing nothing with it. So it don't matter to me at this point. I'm giving stuff away free. I'm giving game away for free because I know 95% of the people won't do nothing with it. And I would say 90% of the people will never find me. Now, here's my question to you. Why is it that 90% of the people will never find me? How come 90% of the people will never hear this message? How come 90% of the people will never come across this, no matter where it is, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram? Anybody want to know why? Why? 90% of the people. Now, these people could be broke, busted, disgusted. These people could be shivering in their little house trying to figure out, man, what do I do now? These people could literally be, they're literally just over broke. These same people we see all the time, the crowd. Why wouldn't they find this stream? Why wouldn't they find this free message to help them level up financially? Why wouldn't they find it? You want to know why? Anybody want to know why? Here's the answer. Because they're not looking for it. That's right, Mr. Roberts. They're not looking for it. That's the reason why I can just freely come on and talk about all the stuff that I talk about, give away $1 million, $1 billion, $1 trillion ideas, and 90% of people will never find it because 90% of the people are simply not looking for solutions. They're busy talking about the problem. They're not interested in solutions. They are simply talking about the problem. They want sympathy. They want someone to hold them. They don't want answers. They want to talk about the problem. And because they keep talking about the problem exacerbates. Now, it's a little after my time. Somebody supposed to remind me, 7:15. It's time for the money game. All right, the money game people. So I'm going to be giving away a free gift. Of course, that means that whoever gets the right answer, you need to be here in about 30 minutes when I reveal the answer, right? So that means at 7:50, if you ain't here, whoever the next person is, and they still here, and they gonna get the prize, okay? So, just like I did last time. All right, the game is simple. It's simple. It's just simple. So it means, hey, I'm gonna pull out my little change, and you get a chance to guess how much is in here. The person who's the closest without going over is going to be the winner of a free gift from ERGJ Black Bazaar. It's just that simple. So the person you get to make one choice, one guess, Vivian, one guess. Your first guess will be your guess. All right. And the person who is the closest, the first person who's the closest without going over, you win a free gift. It's just that simple. Now, the caveat means that you have to have guests and you still have to be here when we do in about 30 minutes or so when we do the reveal. Okay. All right. So here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for winning? I like winning. If the price is right, right? The price is right. All right. So here is, I'm doing it for Instagram first. Here is the money. So if anybody can guess how much this is, first person to guess the closest without going over is going to win a free gift from ERGJ Black Bazaar. Now, Jennifer was our first gift winner. Still got to connect with her, give her a free gift. But yeah, I'm giving away a free gift, right? The first person to guess, the one who guesses first, closest, without going over, wins a free gift. How much money is in this little stack? All right. So you guys go ahead and guess in the comments below, and we'll get this thing going. Now, while you guys are guessing, that's going to be, I'll put it back up in a little bit because I know some of you guys, we get late to the party. We're just getting off work and stuff like that. So I get it. All right. So here's the question of the day. All right. The question of the day, right? The question of the day is, okay, what you got? 83, 350. Okay. Yeah, you can play again. Ain't no, yeah, the first part. Let me do it again. Here's the money game, guys. The money game is you guess, right? How much money is in here? How much? Money. 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 The person who guesses is the closest without going over is going to win a free gift from ERGJ Black Bazaar. Now, the caveat means that you still have to be here, right, when we reveal. And then, obviously, I'll make sure if you're out of the state, wherever you are, I don't care if you're out of the country, I'll mail it to you, okay? All right. Now, put that down for just a second. You guys can guess, and we'll keep going. Now, the question of the day, right? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my day. I'm going to tell you one of the first lessons that I learned this morning. So this morning I was getting up, I was moving around. I got you. Just call me love 214 from Instagram 137. I see you, Kelvin with 83. Miss Jacqueline Makins Golden 350. Vivian Reed 75. Nope. Gladys 60. You can't erase Miss Vivian. Wakita 175. Debbie O'Shaughnessy at 130. And nope, you can't erase. All right. So I got up this morning. I told you guys. For those who missed it, I showed you guys how to get rich using Facebook. I'm pretty sure most people didn't do what I told them to do, but it's okay. So anyway, I got a little thing from Facebook. She wanted to get some comforter sets, and I've been holding on these comforter sets a little bit too long. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Now normally I'd be like, you got to come to me. I mean, because she wanted to negotiate and all this stuff. I'm like, listen, you want to do all this negotiation, you need to drive your butt on over here and get these things. That's what you want. But I made an exception. And I said, okay, well, I'll get up and I'll drive on over there. No big deal. Drove on over there. I'll meet the lady. She late. I'm like, oh, Lord, I told her, 10 minutes, I'm gone. I don't play around with that. You ain't going to waste my time. She finally came, looked at the comforters and started feeling them and this and that. And she's like, oh, this is not going to work. And I was like, what do you mean? So I'm like, oh, it's too much cotton. I was like, what? Too much cotton? Man, you don't get the hell up on out of here. And then I just gave her my card. She left, and I was a little pissed off because I just drove all the way across town, and then she ain't buy nothing. Now, here's what I learned though. See, because you don't lose, you either win or you learn. You don't lose. So I didn't lose, I learned. And here's what I learned. Here's what the good voice said to me. All right, because of course, when I said, why did I drive over there? Anybody want to know why did I drive over there? I drove over there because I really wanted to get rid of these comforter sets. Okay. All right. And because I really wanted to do something, it caused me to do something that I wouldn't normally do. How many of you guys have been in that position? You really wanted something, so it caused you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Particularly, most people do it when it comes to sex. They do something for sex that they wouldn't normally do, and then they find out that I shouldn't have done that because that's not what I normally do. Okay? Anybody else? You had that experience where something comes, you do something because you really wanted it, but it's out of your routine. You don't normally do it, but then you do it because of whatever desire that you had at the time, whether it be lust or whatever the case may be. All right. So here's what I learned though. You know the good book. You know what he said. You know what that voice said to me. That voice. Here's the voice said. Here's the lesson. Right. The lesson. You don't chase money. See, money isn't something that you pursue. It's something that you attract. Let me say that again for the people in the back, the people in the way back. I don't think they heard me. Money is not something that you pursue. It's something that you attract by becoming a more attractive person. Okay? So when I heard, I said, I was back in the day, I was chasing. I used to chase tail. I used to chase money. Anytime it was like money coming up, I go chase it. Now I don't do that. Now it's like it just comes. Like if you can't meet, you want something from me and you can't meet on my terms, or if I'm en route, I just happen to be over there. You know what I'm saying? If not, I guess it just ain't the time. It ain't the day. But I made an exception this day because I was like, I really want to get rid of these dang on comforters. They've been sitting a little bit too long. She said she wanted, might get 2, might get 3. She didn't get none. And what happened, it reminded me of why I don't chase money. It's not something that I pursue. It's something I attract. Now, lo and behold, once I left and I got my wits together, because now I'm in a hole, right? I'm in a hole probably 2 hours, an hour, 2 hours, something like that, and drove over there, waiting on her, wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the other side of town. Ain't nothing else going on. So then I go ahead and move to my next space. You know what I'm saying? Relax, get my head together and all that stuff. But lo and behold, when I got back home, so I went somewhere else, made a little money, but I got back home on my way. Oh, I was actually going to the mall, but then somebody hit me. It's like, I'm on my way. And I was like, you on your way where? He's like, I'm on my way to meet you. I was like, okay. Well, I said, well, then meet me at the house. So I went ahead and come to the house. He met me at the house. Would you believe what he bought when we got back to the house? 2 comforters and a sheet set. 2 comforters and a sheet set. Now, what happened between the time where I was pursuing money to the time where I attracted money? What happened? Right? Because something had to happen. I had to learn my lesson in a short amount of time in order for me to really, and I believe, and I'm not saying this is true, but for me, in order for me to really pass the test. See, some of us, we get the lesson, but it takes us too long to figure out the lesson, right? The lesson comes to teach us really quick, but it takes us days and months and years to finally get it. To finally get it. And so we've been going around the mountain way too long because we're stubborn, we're puffed up with pride, we think we know it all. No one can teach us anything, even God himself. But when you're willing to learn, when you are teachable, everybody put in console teachable. When you are teachable, when you're a good student, first of life, that's one of the main things you want to be a good student of life. Just watching, just paying attention. It's like, oh, this is how this works. I mean, you begin to understand this thing called life if you pay attention long enough. I mean, you've been here long enough. You've been on the earth long enough. You know how it works. At this point in time, you don't act as if you're naive to how you have seen life work for you, against you, and all this good stuff. Would you agree that at this point in time, 30 years old, 35 years old, 45 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, you've seen enough life to understand how it works? Now, whether you want to operate in the way that it works, and it's one thing, but I don't believe you can tell me that at this point in time, you don't know how many things work in this thing called life. So I've been a good student, meaning that I was able to take correction. And I accepted it. Oh, my bad. I know what I did. Yeah, okay, cool. Hang on now. Because then what was happening? What was happening was I was getting other pings. Other people were hitting me up. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, here's where I'm at. Here's what it is. Here's what I did. So I was like, boom. I hit them up. Hey, you know what I'm saying? They be like, because, here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. They be like, hey, they say, is this still available? Right? That's the first thing that people ask. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, that's the first thing everybody hit the same button. Is this still available? And my answer is always the same. Yes. Would you like to buy it today? That's my answer. Would you like to buy it today? And they say yes or no. I need to know if we talking about today or we talking about 2 weeks from now. Because many people hit you ask if it's available now, but they ain't got no money right now. I'm trying to get to the people who got money right now. So I got to weed out all the people that just hitting the button just because they bored. They see something they like, they bored, just click this and they go off. Are you trying to buy today? You see something you like, you want to get it today. And then, then they say, yeah. When you get that, yeah, you're like, okay. And then the next thing is, okay, where you located? Well, it don't matter where I'm located. What I need to know is where you located. Because I'm all around the city. Where are you at? Okay. So now I'll change it because I ain't going to you. I just want to know where you are. Just so if I'm in that vicinity, if I'm in that area, you know what I'm saying? We can make that hook up. So then I say, okay, you over in whatever, you in Snellville, you in Stone Mountain. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to Stone Mountain. And I'm going to be in Stone Mountain at 2:00. I'm going to be there from 2 to 2:30. I'm going to eat lunch. If I see you there, I see you there. If not, I'll catch you later. So I let them know where I'm going to be. I ain't trying to go. I'm going to my cousin's restaurant, go buy me some food. It's lunchtime. You either going to be there or you're not. That's the difference between me taking control. Everybody put console, take control. I took control versus reacting to some situation and chasing money. See, when you take control, you can attract what you want because it's within your sphere. It's within your Goshen. It's within your land that's flowing with milk and honey. And I want you to understand that you should be in control of the land that's flowing with milk and honey. But when you're out of control, right, then you are reacting to the wind. You're reacting to the sun. You're reacting to the elements. And you're being tossed to and fro because you're out of control. Does that make any sense? So when you learn to take control, man, that's when you can really be in a position where you can attract to yourself. You can attract the wealth. You can attract the success. You can attract all the things that you really desire, or that's really deep down inside, because now you're in control. And what else happens when you're in control? When you're in control, there's no stress. Stress does not reside in the mind, or in the body, or in the spirit of the person who's in control. Worry does not reside in the mind, the spirit, or the body of the person who is in control. Anxiety does not abide in the mind, the body, or the spirit of the person who's in control. Man, but it dwells with the individual who's out of control. Let's talk a little bit about being out of control. Now, again, guys, for those that just joined us, I want to make sure y'all got a chance to participate in the money game, okay? So the money game, real quick again, for those who just tuning in, you still have an opportunity to put your guess in. And the guess, the money game is going to be, I want you to guess, or if you want to participate, you get a chance to win a free gift, but just by guessing how much money you think is in here, okay? How much money is in here? You get one guess. The person who's closest without going over and who stays until we reveal the answer, you win a free gift from ERGJ Black Bazaar. How much money is in here? So that's the money game. All right. So I don't think I might do it one more time just in case we get some people who came in later. So being in control, being out of control. Now, here's some telltale signs of people who are out of control, because I want us to understand this, right? Now, the good book talks about this. He talks about this person who prays, and he says he may pray for all these types of things, but he'll never get it, right? Because he's a double-minded man. And being double-minded, he's unstable in all his ways. Now, here's some things that happens. People may pray for one thing, but they do another. They pray for one thing, other on the rise said $80. Okay, gotcha. And I had another brother here on Instagram. See if I get to you. Mr. Just Call something. You said 137. Mr. Just Call Me Love. All right, Mr. or Mrs. Just Call Me Love. Gotcha. See if I can get this. All right. Double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. You ask for one thing, you do another. So let me ask you this question. Let's ask this question. Here's another question, because this is the question of the day, right? Would you rather trade 8 minutes or 8 hours for $200? Which one? 8 minutes or 8 hours? If you had the choice to choose between trading 8 hours versus 8 minutes for $200, which one would you choose? 8 minutes or 8 hours? 8 minutes or 8 hours? $200 on the table. You either got to work 8 hours, punch the clock, deal with people you want to deal with, be at the quote-unquote plantation, whatever. And it's going to take you 8 hours of labor, work for $200? Or would you rather trade 8 minutes and have an additional 7 hours and 52 minutes left to do the things that you might want to do outside of that for $200? This is interesting. Miguel said 8 minutes. Pretty on the Rise said she'd rather trade 8 hours. Okay. I guess so. I guess you don't value time that much. Okay. 8 minutes from Just Call Me Love on Instagram. Gladys said 8 minutes. Vivian said 8 minutes. Marquita said 8 minutes. Kelvin said 8 minutes, no brainer. So Pretty on the Rise, the only one said 8 hours. Okay. Now, I think it's important, as I was sharing with one of my mastermind people, I said, I think it's important that you just don't have a question, but you have a follow-up to it. Because everybody pretty much is going to say 8 minutes, right? Because they get to save 7 hours and 52 minutes. That allows them to do other things that 7 hours, 52 minutes, whether it's leisure, whether it's make more money, whatever the case may be, right? So here's the follow-up question, though. Here's where it gets a little interesting. I want you to answer this then. Follow-up question to that question. Are you currently trading 8 minutes for $200? Are you currently trading 8 minutes for $200? Now, all of us said, hey, I'd rather trade 8 minutes than 8 hours for $200. So my question is, well, are you currently doing that? Are you currently trading 8 minutes for $200? Right? The 7 hour left is going, you're going to use it to make more money, Glass. I know that's right. You bet. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, time is your most precious asset. Are you currently trading 8 minutes for $200? Now, the reason why I said $200 is I figured, man, 8 hours at 20 hours, $20 an hour is about 160. I don't know whether most people make $200 an hour, and I mean, $20 an hour or not, but I figured that's a good number. So that's where I got the 200 from. And I compared it 8 minutes at $200 an hour. Now, how many of you guys know there are a lot of people who trade 8 hours for $200, and there are some people who trade 8 minutes for $200. And there's quite a very few people who trade 8 seconds for $200. Y'all do know there's levels to this thing, right? So here's the last follow-up question to it. If you're saying, hey, if I had to choose between 8 hours and 8 minutes, I'd choose 8 minutes to trade for $200 an hour. And currently, I'm not trading 8 minutes for $200 an hour for $200. If you are not, the biggest question is, why not? You're saying that's what you'd rather do. Why are you not trading 8 minutes for $200? I'd like for you to answer that question below. Why not? You said no, why not? Why are you not? Why not? See, what this does, it actually begins to make you think, which is what one of my mentors, Mr. Earl Nightingale, said that most people simply don't do. They don't think. They just do. They just do. They conform. They do what everybody else is doing, and everybody else is trading 8 hours, so they figured, I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to trade 8 hours. And then they come across a man or a couple people say, you know what? I see y'all trading 8 hours. I'm trading 8 minutes. Do y'all want to trade 8 minutes? They say yes. I say, okay. Well, you know, why are you not? I'm trading 8 minutes. You're not trading 8 minutes. Why are you not? I got to hear these questions. I got to hear these answers. You want to trade 8 minutes. You rather trade. You prefer to trade 8 minutes versus 8 hours for $200. But you're not trading 8 minutes for $200. And you know that it's possible. Would you say it's possible? Would you say that it's possible? Like you've seen other people do it, you probably know it's possible, right? Right? What's going on, NYG? I see you. I can see the chat. I'm just talking right now. I'll get to the chat later. So if it's possible and you like to do it, you prefer to do it, you rather do it, and you know it's possible, why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing it? So, and that's right. Just call me love. Say, yeah, it's possible. Let me catch up on these comments, man. Because NYG don't think I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments. Just come sometimes. It's a one-man show up here. Just let money come to you, baby. That's right. Too much control. Don't pursue money attracted. Dope. Just relaxed. I knew it. You winning. Your mindset change. True. Teachable. Humble. What's going on, Peter Grant? How you doing, man? Take control. Yes, it makes sense. I heard this once today about worry and anxiety. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. No brainer. Good. What's going on, Landscape Loud? 8 minutes to 7 hours left. Gonna make some money. Nope. Not currently. We're trying to get there. Nope. Working towards. Nope. Not yet. Hello, brother. What's going on? That's like $12,000 per day. If your work day is 8 hours, damn. You look like the man of knowledge. Thank you so much. But I must ask, are you reading the chat? Yeah. What's going on, Tamika? How you doing? So true. This is a good way to think of it, right? Currently not. It's possible. Now, here's the next level. Here's the evolution of knowing that it's possible, right? And this is where it's a step. It's a step in belief. It's a step in faith. It's a step in going from glory to glory. Not only do we understand that it's possible, in other words, we've seen it done. We know somebody's doing it. We know that it's possible. The next step is to add just a little bit to it. So you know what? Not only is it possible, it's possible for me. Everybody put in comments, it's possible for me. See, this is increasing your faith in your ability, right? With your intelligence, with your wisdom, with your skill, with your knowledge, it's possible for me. Now, of course, this comes down, if we believe that it's possible and we can actually begin to feel, you know what, I can do this. It's possible for me. Then now we got to figure out how, right? A lot of people said, I don't know how. Now, that's the easy way out, I would say, because it's not for everybody. Some of you that are watching right now, you know how. It's not a matter of knowledge. Let me talk about these levels of people that I'm talking to right now. I understand that majority who might be watching this at some point in time, number one, that you have some type of desire to get out of debt or get rich. That's why you're watching this right now. And you wouldn't be here if God didn't call you to this thing, because I'm a man that can teach you, help you get out of debt and get rich. So I understand that you're here on purpose. So we got to understand, I have to make sure I understand who I'm talking to, the gamut, the scope of who we got on the stream here today at Money Talks, right? So I understand there are most of you who may be watching right now who have, say, I prefer to do 8 minutes for $200 an hour, for $200. And I know that it's possible. And I believe it's possible for me with my talent, with my knowledge, the things that I've learned, my performance. I know I can do that. Well, for many of you, you just simply don't know how. Right? There may be people that have done it, they don't share with you. You know, you're not in a circle. You ain't been around nobody that's really doing it. You ain't got nobody to glean from or learn from. You know this possible. You believe that you can do it if you only had what? If I only had a teacher. Let me go through this again. Right? Let me go through this again, make it real plain and simple. I prefer to trade 8 minutes versus 8 hours for $200. I know that it's possible. I believe that it's possible for me, but I don't know how. If God would just send me a teacher. And if he sent me a teacher, me being a student, I would come to class. I would show up. I would take notes. I would do what the master tells me to do. I know that Mr. Miyagi might tell me to wax on and wax off. I may not understand why I need to be waxing on and waxing off, because I want to go chop up some heads and do some karate. But Mr. Miyagi, the teacher, said to wax on and wax off. So I'm not going to be puffed up with pride thinking that I know something when he asked him to send me a teacher. So I'm going to be what? A good student. How many guys will say, you know what? I just need a teacher. And if God sends me a teacher, I'm going to be a good student. A good student. Now, how many guys will say that when you paid that $80,000 to go get that degree that you're not using right now, that you were a pretty good student? Here we go, Gladys. That's what I'm talking about. That's my girl, my main girl. So, for example, Ray J's his earbuds. Sure, he can make $200 in 8 minutes. Say you have a $40 product, you sell 5 in 8 minutes, that's $200. Everybody put in comments, so simple. Simple. We got to get here, because what happens is many of us, in our minds, we're like, wait a second, something ain't right here. I've been busting my butt 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 15 hours a day, and I ain't making $200, and somebody else is doing it, and I know it can be done. I know it's possible. I know it's possible for me. It must be difficult. It must be harder to do that than what I'm currently doing. I want to tell you that is simply not true. So I came across a brother today, as I said to you. I went over there. He bought something from me. We had a conversation. He's like, man, he was telling me his little story. He a father. He got his baby mama living with him now. She don't want to work. And he's got his daughter, a son, 9 years old. And he wants to make sure that he shows the son, you know what I'm saying, and make sure his son gets some real lessons about money and all that stuff, right? And he was like, I just got to figure out something to do. To extra. Everybody putting on some extra, something extra to do. Now, from the conversation that I was having with him, I knew it was a fathom. It was an idea. It was something that he may consider. He wasn't really ready to move yet. That makes sense. Like, you ever talk to somebody, you're like, okay, you talking, but you ain't really ready to do nothing, because you can just tell the countenance. He's trying to figure it out, though. People are trying to figure it out, but they're not really ready to act, right? So as I was talking to him, I was just like, okay, yeah, cool, right? You want to do something, right? He wanted to do something to earn some extra money and to start his own enterprise and things like that. And I was telling him, hey, man, I can help you. He said, man, but it just seems like it's so hard. Now, anybody you talking to, or you maybe, because I know all you guys will give good advice, you know what I'm saying? Because many of us, we give better advice to other people than we're willing to follow, by the way. Let me just drop that right there, because y'all can pick that up. That's right. Many of us give better advice to other people than we're willing to do ourselves. We're not willing to do the advice that we get other people, but we'll tell them what to do, but we'll still live a jacked up life. But so we know what to do. That's, you know what? That's what that means. We know what to do, because we can advise other people of what to do, even if we don't do it. Now get that. Let that simmer for a second. Right? So he said, man, it must be so hard. Now, how many guys know that he literally just stopped himself? That's called self-sabotage. You got to watch what you say. So I said, brother, why does it have to be hard? I said, you just came up here. You saw something that you liked. I was selling it. You gave me $20. I gave you the product. It only took 2 seconds. Is that difficult? Was that difficult? He said, no. I said, okay. And if I do that 10 times, is that difficult? He said, no. If I do it 10 times, how much is that? That's $2,000. $200. So what's hard about that? I said, I think it's more difficult to sit somewhere that you don't want to be for 8 hours with people you don't want to be around in order for you to make money that you really like. What the hell did I just sit here for? I think that's more difficult than what we just did. But he immediately went to, because it was different, because they didn't teach that in school, he immediately went to, it must be hard. And because he immediately went to, it must be hard, and thank God he had a teacher there to help correct his vocabulary. And really not just his vocabulary, for him to see a different side, to say, wait a second, look at it this way. Was what we just did, what you just did, and how I acquired your money, was that difficult? It's a nice, cool day. It's sunny outside. We're out here in the elements. I'm about to get me some lunch. You happen to stop by, $20 transaction. You got what you wanted. I got what I wanted. Was that hard? No, that was fairly simple. Yeah. But because of whatever's going on up here, as it relates to you and how you think about money, you think it's hard. It may be different. It may be abnormal. It may be out of the box. It may be a little weird. It may be rare. It may be unique. But does it have to be difficult, hard, or complex? See, my language has changed. right? Everybody putting comments on vocabulary. My language has changed. I don't work hard for money. Why? Because I don't pursue money. Money, I'm attracted by who I have become and who I am becoming, not who I used to be. See, I remember how many guys, even you really just think about it. We get to the end of a decade. 10 years ago, do you remember who you used to be? 10 years ago. Beginning of this decade, we're getting to the end of it. Do you remember who you used to be? And now you look 10 years later and say, man, thank God I ain't who I used to be. I've evolved. I've adapted. I've gotten better with this thing called life. So many of us, we have vocabulary that immediately stops us from learning what we don't know. And if you don't learn what you don't know, you'll always get what you always been getting because you only accept what you already know. So even if he does send a teacher, you're not willing to listen to the teacher because you're only going to accept what you know versus saying, you know what? Something wrong. I mean, something different. I mean, there are a few. See, that's where I read when I wrote the book. I said, man, wait a second. They billionaires. They breathe the same air that I breathe. They bleed blood just like I bleed blood. They drink water just like I drink water. And what's the difference between me and them? It's what they know. But the biggest thing is not just what they know. It's what they do with what they know. That is the difference. Many of you, some of you who are watching right now, you know. Just like Gladys said, oh, that was simple. I just figured that out. That's $200 now. See, no. And she got a product. So it's not that Gladys doesn't know. See, I wouldn't have to talk to Gladys about what she knows. And some of you, I wouldn't have to talk to you about what you know. What I would have to talk to you about, because once we get past the people who just don't know, and we have to teach them what they don't know, then we have to get to what? We have to get to the people who know, but they don't do. Now, how do we fix that? Well, that's going to be working on execution. Everybody putting the comments on execution. I am an executioner. I set it up and I knock it down. I'm telling you, that's the biggest difference in the success that I have in this world of finances and money and all that good stuff, because I execute. I don't sit on knowledge without doing something with it. As soon as I figure something new out, just like Gladys, just figure something new out. But when I would start thinking about Gladys, okay, what the hell can I do to sell a $5 product, 40 times in 8 minutes, or a $40 product, a $40 plate that I can sell for five times in 8 minutes? What type of meal does that need to be? That's immediately where I would go. Oh, wait a second. I can do this. I want to do it. Right? I prefer to do it. I want to do it. I know that it's possible. I believe it's possible for me, and I just figured it out. Now, all I got to do is execute. Now, I hope this helps somebody tonight. All right, back to the money game real quick, guys, because we're going to lose you on Instagram. I want to make sure that you got an opportunity and y'all get a chance to win. So, money game revealed, okay? So, again, for those that might just join, make sure y'all guys, whoever, I got you, one something, and then just calling it love. Okay, right? So the game was for you to guess, right, how much money was in here, right? And the person who's the first person who's the closest without going over wins a free gift. So that's the money game, right? And if you are just joining, and maybe you just joining, you want to get your guess in, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get your guess in, and then we're going to do the reveal. How much money is in here? And the winner is going to win a free gift from ERGJ Black Bazaar. So I want to go back over our answers real quick. And if you got an answer, you answer. If you don't, I'm going to do a little countdown. 10, 5. I want to make sure I get y'all answers over here on Instagram. I got to scroll down. Just Called It Love. I know you did 137. Miss Pretty on the Rise, you did 80, I believe. Something like that. I can't. Yeah, there you go. 80. All right. I don't got. If I got any other answers from Instagram, okay. How much is in here? If you did not answer, you get an opportunity to answer. We're gonna do a little countdown. You guys got about 45 seconds. Once I start to count, then those answers are null and void. All right, 83 from Kelvin Roberts, 350 from Miss Mankins Golden, 75 from Vivian, 60 from Gladys, 175 from Wakita, 130 from Debbie O'Shaughnessy. How much is in here? 80. Okay, 137. Anybody else? Just making sure. 175. Somebody already answered 175. You can do another guess, Mr. Consistent. Wakita already did 175. All right. Jennifer is at 203. Oh, I see what y'all doing. Y'all over there waiting. Oh, I see. Mr. Consistent, man, go ahead and put something down real quick, man. 175 is already gone. Real quick, brother. Want to make sure you get an opportunity to guess. The reveal. Mr. Consistent, just waiting on you, brother. One more guess. I want to do this before Instagram cuts out. Instagram, I'm sorry. They only give us an hour on Instagram, and I got like 5 minutes left. All right, Mr. Consistent, I'm assuming that you're typing and it's probably popping up. All right, here we go. All right, the reveal, man, the money game. Who's going to be the winner of a free gift from ERGJ Black Bazaar? Let's go ahead and open this thing up. Yeah. 180 from Mr. Consistent. All right, let's turn this thing around. Oh, well, some of you guys are already gone. So that's 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 205, 210, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, so that's $219. That's $219. And because Jennifer, she tried to wait, we're gonna disqualify you, and the winner is going to be Mr. Consistent. All right, with 180 is going to be the winner tonight. So we're gonna get you we're gonna get you a free gift from ERGJ Black Bazaar, man. Everybody give Mr. Consistent. Congratulations, Mr. Consistent, okay? He just won a free gift. Now I gotta find him a manly gift. Oh yeah, I gotta find him a manly gift. Mr. Consistent, man, make sure that you inbox me your mailing address, and then it'll be in the mail tomorrow, which is Wednesday, so you'll have it by Friday. And then, if you want to take a picture or whatever, do the thing that we do, man. If you're part of the BBC, go ahead and put in console hashtag BBC. Now, here's the thing, guys. I know it's more that don't be mad, Miss Pretty. Pretty, you on the rise, girl. You on the rise. Ain't the shoe. All right. Now, here's the deal. I want to talk to you guys more, but hey, we got more sessions and more things to talk about, and again, my goal, what I've been called to do. Now, I don't know if you have figured out what you've been called to do. My mission, my commission from God is to help Black folk get out of debt, no more being slave to the lender, and to get rich. So if you're not out of debt, first I got to help you get out of debt. If you're out of debt, then I got to help you get rich. Okay? That is my commission. If you're saying, man, this sounds like this could be my teacher I've been waiting on. Well, where's class? Class is in the Black Billionaires Club. Okay? That's where class is. So if you're saying, you know what? I'm sick and tired of just fumbling around and I ain't found a good teacher, and you feel like ERGJ is a good teacher for you, well, you want to come to class, you want to be a good student, an excellent student, you come to class. How do you come to class? You come to the BBC. What does that look like? Well, guys, the BBC is really, I would say that the option I would suggest that you start with is the $20 option. It's $20 a month, first 2 weeks are free. Okay? $20 a month, first 2 weeks are free. Now, why would I do first 2 weeks are free? Because I don't really care about your $20 a month. I want to make sure that you get value, right? But I got to put a price tag on it, because if it didn't cost anything, you wouldn't show up. See, we show up for the things that we pay for more often than not. And some of us pay for stuff and still don't show up. I mean, I don't know what we value nowadays. But simply go to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. If you're on Instagram, you can find it in my bio. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can find it in the description of this video. And go to the website. I'm going to pull it up for you guys right now. And simply, you just simply, make a decision. This is the problem. This is another problem. Many of us don't make a decision. And that decision is a decision. Generate Instagram, ERGJ Enterprises, Facebook, and YouTube. We're going to lose you in the next 19 seconds. I hope that you got something out of the day. I hope it was valuable. If you did get something out of the day, inbox me and tell me, what did you learn today? Was this worth your time and why? I say to you, Miss Pretty on the Rise, thanks so much for joining us. You guys can catch us on Facebook, YouTube. If not, we'll catch up with you later. All right. Now, so come on over to the Black Billionaires Club, the website, and come on down here to join the club and then just make a decision. I mean, listen, once we really get to the meat of it, many of us are pissing away $20 a month. And I'm saying, hey, you can get extreme value out of your $20 a month, and you can learn, number one, learn how to earn, learn how to get out of debt, because I'm debt free, and then learn how to get rich. See, the good book said it like this. He said, I pray that you would prosper as your soul prospers. And when I say that I'm in a position where I understand I don't need to chase money, I attract it, that's my soul prospering. And because my soul is prospered, I prosper with it. You're living in a world that is inside out. And there's a lot of junk that we got to dig out that's on the inside of you so we can help your soul to prosper. And you will follow right along with it, and you will prosper. Okay? So go to the Black Billionaires Club, make a decision. You guys see all the people that are here that's up in this house. You know, Jennifer's a member, Wakita's a member, Miss Mankin's a member, Miss Puerto is a member, Gladys is up in here, Kelvin Roberts, man, my main man, Vivian Reed is up in the house. So you see the people that are supporting what we're doing, because guess what? It ain't just ERGJ. It's not team me. It's team we. And if you're the smartest person in the room, man, it's time. It's been time. It's overtime for you to find a new room. And we believe that the Black Billionaires Club is that new room. Okay? So simply go to the website, make a decision, join the club, and learn how to get out of debt, learn how to get rich, get around people that's taking advantage of opportunity, get around, change your circle, man. I'm telling you, it's one of the best decisions you can ever make. Is to get around people. If it says, don't be too proud to ask a person who's winning how to win. Don't be too proud to ask a person who's winning how to win. All right, my beautiful people, man, here's my question for you guys. What did you learn today? Was this worth your time? Did you guys have a good time tonight? I want to do something a little different. I know we're supposed to do the book club, but something just came up. I said, I want to share with them my day. I want to share with them stuff that I'm learning, because hopefully they learn it too. They don't have to go through it. They can learn it and then say, I learned through his experience. And that's the best form of wisdom right there. I didn't have to experience it myself. I had to bump my head. He bumped his head. I said, okay, he bumped his head. I don't need to bump my head on the same wall he bumped his head on, because I just saw him bump his head. So why would I need to bump my head too? That don't make no sense. See, many of us, we're just sheep. The other sheep bump their head, we go bump our head too. That ain't wise. That ain't nothing smart about that. Okay, there ain't nothing smart about that. You bumped your head, Gladys? Okay. I don't need to bump my head. I might bump my head, but it damn sure ain't gonna be at the same wall Gladys bumped her head on. That ain't gonna make no sense. What'd you learn today, guys? All right, what's your takeaway from the time that you spent with us here today? My question simply is this. Was this worth your time tonight? And why? Was this worth your time? And why? This is New Black Wall Street and our Money Talks with ERGJ. And I'm just doing what I've been called to do, man. And at this point, as I said, I give it away. I give it away. I can't outgive God. It don't even matter to me. I be giving stuff away. I be giving plugs away. I give it away, man. And I just found it to be true. I cannot, as much as I try, I cannot outgive God. I know where my help comes from. I know where the blessings come from. And we are too blessed to not be a blessing. A blessing to ourselves, our blessing to our family, our blessing to our community. We are too blessed to not be a blessing to other people. Okay. So Glad said, yes, now I will just think of products to package at a certain price and find a maximum realistic number of products per hour. You better go. That's my dog. That's my dog. Yeah. Vivian said, I learned that once I get started, money is attracted to me. I will not have to chase it. See, Vivian, vocabulary. Once I get started, who are you talking to? Who you around? Who you hanging around? Once I get started, please help me with that. I mean, y'all. I mean, you don't know me too long, Vivian. I mean, this. We gotta go through this again. Once I get started, when's that gonna be? If you ain't already started, I mean, didn't you just finish your first podcast? Ain't you already started? Change your vocabulary. I ain't trying. Can you rephrase that? Because that didn't come out right. I know that was the old you. That was the old you pulling you back. You was trying to move forward. You started breaking through. Now I ain't dealing with that no more. I got a new attitude. I got a new language. And then the old you said, no, I know you're trying to get out, but I'm pulling you right back. You change that right now. I can't even read that. Let me take that off the screen because something happened. I think something overtook Vivian and got her fingers. And then they started typing in her place. And it was like, yes, this is what you're going to write, Vivian. And it was like, no, that's not what I want to write. And then something happened. Yeah, rewrite that. Anybody else? Anybody else, man? What's the takeaway, man? Was this worth your time and why? I know I talk fast and you type. So I'll give you some time to type that so we can get your responses up here. Kelvin Rob said, man, it's always worth being around like-minded people like the BBC. Every your content is always a great value and helpful. I appreciate you and everything you do. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. And we all we got, man. We all we got. Anybody else? Was this worth your time and why? I know I do some crazy stuff online. Y'all like, man, ain't nobody giving it to us like that, man. Listen. Whoo, I like that glass. I'm telling you, man. Hey, listen. It ain't no fun. I'm telling you, it is not no fun. It's no fun being like the only one in this rare air. It ain't no fun, and my homies can't have none. I want you to understand, people, that you are my homie. Woo! Vivian said, hey, correction, money will be attracted to me because I started to fulfill my. There you go. That's the Vivian I know. I don't know who that was that just tried to peep up in the comments, but that's the Vivian I know. That's right. You better get it, girl. Money will be attracted to me because I have started to fulfill my purpose. Man, it's interesting, man, that money starts to follow the people who are walking in purpose. Money begins to follow the people. Why? Because money is just a provision of the vision. So it's just part of the provision, not the only part. It's just part of the provision or the vision. And so God's giving you a vision. He's giving you something to do. Or you got this vision from somewhere. It's like, that's what I'm supposed to do. And then as you walk in the purpose of the vision that's been given to you, some kind of way, out of no way, He provides. I've never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread. Now, I ain't gonna go there. Ooh, zip. Yep, don't do that. All right. Anybody else? I'm still waiting. Anybody else? That was only 3. Anybody else? I know Miss Consistent gonna say something. When you get up here getting all these prizes from me. Oh, I see, Jennifer, you mad at me because I revoked. Jennifer, don't be mad. You gonna sit there and wait. You've been here the whole time, and you gonna wait till everybody else, you know what I'm saying, respond. You go, okay, I'm gonna do a one up on them. You like the person at the price rate. You just can't wait to go last, so you can go either $1 or $1 above everybody else. I see you. Oh, y'all all too high. $1. Oh, y'all all too low. Oh, $1 above all the other. Oh, $1 up. $1 up. $1 up. All right, this man is the New Black Wall Street, man. Money Talks with ERGJ. Hey, man, I want to say thanks so much for tuning in today's episode. Hopefully you got great value out of it. I understand that money is the exchange of value for value. So as I give value, value is given back to me in return. I also understand what my mentor taught me is that if you help enough other people get what they want. Now, what is that enough other people want? I'm hoping that I know that enough other people, everybody putting down so enough other people want to get out of debt. I'm hoping that I know enough, not all, just enough other people who want to get rich. And if I can help enough other people get out of debt, enough other people get rich, then I can have everything. And I mean everything that I want. are you willing to help enough other people? Will that be that you're in some type of company where you have, you have a downline? Are you willing to help enough of your downline get rich or sell more stuff or build their team? Are you willing to help enough? Whether you are a person that's in health and wellness and you want to help enough people get off of medicine, or help enough people find the right cure that's natural, or help enough people understand this thing called medicine or this thing called health and wellness. If you want to help enough other people get what they want, then I promise you, it's a law of reciprocity that you'll have everything. And I mean everything that you want. Well, my beautiful people, I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ hits the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.